Hey
Hey
guys,
guys, welcome back to Likewise Pod. I'm Issa.
and I'm Sam, and we're so excited for our episode this week. We've been gone for a long time, and we could not be more happy to be back.
Oh my gosh, we've been talking about this for so long. No, literally but right before we started recording, Sam was talking about how she listened to the last episode just so that she can know what we talked about and blah 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 blah. And then I was like, "Oh, interesting." And so I just went back to read the about or the whatever it's called I don't know, description of every episode. I don't know, whatever, of the last one. And it's all the questions what's been going on? What have we been busy doing? Is the pod ending? Spoiler, it isn't ending. And I thought that was so funny. We thought that was so funny. We're like, well, it kind of did end after we were gone for 3 months. We said it wasn't ending, and now we've been gone for 6 months or so. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's 6 months because that was August, and it's now the very, very end of February.
yeah.
So it's not embarrassing because we are adults with a lot of things going on.
Okay, I'm looking at it now. It was published on August 18th. It is February 23rd. Yeah, it's been over 6 months.
Oh
Just
man.
over, but
I just
over
think
nonetheless.
I think the only thing that makes it embarrassing, like it wouldn't be embarrassing if it was just any other episode, but the fact that it was called We're Back Again, because we've already had
Mm-hmm.
two other episodes called We're Back. And then the whole focus was the fact that, oh, we've been gone for so long, but we're really back this time. And at least we did say we aren't making any promises to how frequently we would post, but that we were back and it wasn't ending and we would continue posting. And we didn't. I think it would have been better if there was at least one more after that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. If we wouldn't have talked about how we're really excited to be back and to be recording again and to just continue with it and blah 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 all the things, and then we went MIA, and then we tried reviving the Instagram, and we were hoping that that would inspire us, motivate us to record again, and then it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been totally MIA as of episodes. Like mostly MIA on socials, so love that for us.
Yeah, to be fair, we were doing a pretty good job at still posting on the Instagram through the times we weren't recording, from the first that 3 month break before that last episode, and then even a little bit after that, we were like, yes, we're still posting all these reels and putting not a lot of effort in, but a decent amount of effort into keeping it active, but it did not do what it needed to do to make us want to
No.
record. And I would say also, I think a big part of us not recording was that I was also never really in a consistent place to be able to record. And
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
sure as heck did not travel with my podcast equipment with me. I did not bring my mic or anything. So if we did, it would have been bad quality. And even if I did have my mic, it would have been bad quality because my old mic was bad.
Honestly, it wasn't too bad. It was great. I liked it. It was fun.
Right. It was good for the time. And then it just wasn't doing what we needed it to do anymore. Honestly, though, I was listening to the last episode and your audio sounded beautiful. Your other mic, whatever you were using at the time, I thought it sounded so crisp and clear even when I was on 1.5 times speed.
Oh my gosh. Thanks.
Yeah.
I think I don't know, my dad buys a lot of mics cuz he likes having all the technologies, and it's fun. I like it too. It's fun. And so he just gave me one of the, I think it's an SM58. Do I know what that means? No. Do people who know mics and musical stuff know what it means?
Maybe.
Maybe. So do with that information what you will. But yeah, so we both got new mics because I did not like having to hold it right up to my chin to be able to be heard. Because literally, if I didn't hold it up, touching my face, could not hear.
Mm.
But glad to know that it sounded good.
I feel like such a nerd when I watch the YouTube videos of the people who do the mic reviews, but they're so entertaining. I love them.
Yes, I love them.
It was so helpful.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, this episode, I mean, it's not really going to be different. We're going to be giving just life updates. Whether there's a lot or little to talk about, we will find a way to talk for a while. But I guess before we get into that, I mean, Roses and Thorns, honestly, that's going to be like a mini life update, and then we'll just go deeper into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Sam, wow, for the first time, season 4. Oh my gosh, I hate myself. Um, I'm so sorry. What the? This feels like one of our late night
It
recording
kind of
sessions when
does.
we're just delirious.
Yeah.
Except I don't even feel delirious. Like this is just my natural state. I think I don't even know anymore. Anyways, wanna? Well, we're like almost 6 minutes in already. Dang. I guess it's not really getting us started, but just give us your roses and thorns.
um. Yeah. Wow. I feel like I could go so deep into these things, but I'll wait and just do a quick little overview. I'm going to start with my thorn because it is simply the worst. But my thorn is my just overall health because I've been struggling a little bit with my physical health, just having a lot of stomach issues because it's just, I just feel like these days everyone's got their stomach issues. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
That's true.
but yeah, I have been dealing with like gastroesophageal reflux things since like September, maybe even August a little bit, and it has not been fun. And I tried some meds for a little bit, and I honestly didn't think they were helping at all. And so I didn't like refill them because they weren't something that was supposed to be done like long term. Um, and yeah, so it's just still bad. And I've been trying to adjust my
Mm.
nutrition and everything to align with what my body needs. And I'm still not seeing a lot of results. What results? I just said revolts. That's so funny. And that's exactly what's happening. My body is revolting. But yeah, there's still a lot of changes I need to make. And I just need to get way more consistent and do better. The big problem about it, though, is that I haven't been able to go to the doctor because I now live in Nebraska. That's part of my updates, but I soon, in a couple weeks, will be on my new health insurance and can actually go to the doctor here and won't be paying like $300 if I go to the doctor because that would be terrible. Um, but yeah, so I'll just skirt off of that topic. And now that was so cringy. Who says that these days? I've not said that in forever.
Apparently 22-year-old Sam does.
Yeah, skirt. Okay,
Oh
never doing that again.
gosh.
Um,
No.
and I guess my rose is that being like an adult and starting to do adult things is cool. Um, And I only say that because, like I said, I moved to Nebraska. I've been having to be very independent and learn a lot of adult things. Like I did taxes for the first time this year. What? Crazy. Not like I was what evading? I was not committing
Evading.
tax evasion before.
Tax
Like I
fraud.
wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't not
Oh,
doing
yeah.
taxes. I was just a dependent before. Anyways, but yeah, my other rose would be my new mic that I mentioned and that we're recording because that's just so amazing. And I honestly hit a point where I thought it was going to be a very long time before we would record likewise again, which it kind of was. But like, I was like, man, maybe
It
we just
was.
won't. I was like, maybe it's just not going to happen.
Oh my gosh. We pull a Call Me Candid and drop off the face of the earth after we
Right,
can't wait for the future.
right. Also, I've
I'm still hurt by that.
new Rose. I think it's so cool that we've been doing this for so long, even though we have not been the most consistent. I just think it's so cool to like still be doing it and think about how we started in 2020 in the middle of COVID. And people always ask me when I
Mm-hmm.
like talk about it, they're always like, well, how do you guys record? Like, whatever, whatever. And I'm like, oh, we've always recorded remotely and separately because we started it during COVID. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It's just fun to look back on.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah. I haven't thought about that. I mean, like, we've been talking about how it's like season 4 now, but like, I mean, this if you haven't caught on, each new calendar year begins a new season. So that's why it's season 4.
Right. Like
We have
2020,
21, 22,
23.
23.
I thought it was season 4 because this is the 4th We're Back episode, but we could also, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, yeah, so that's it. But yeah, so it'll be officially like 3 years of doing likewise in May.
Wow.
So I'm glad that we are recording again before the 3rd anniversary, because that would be embarrassing.
Yeah, come back for the 3rd anniversary.
But yeah. So I'll start with my thorn, even though that was like a rose. But my thorn is, surprise, surprise, haven't been sleeping well or a lot. What's new? Nothing. So, same problems. New year, new season, or what is it? New year, same problems. I don't even know.
Yeah, something like that.
Something. Yeah. Yeah. And then my rose is that we're recording again, and because honestly, we had a call last week, the week before. It was 4 hours long because we have, like, Sam and we have not talked like an actual conversation in probably the 6 months that we haven't been recording. And like we'd have like small little conversations like on Snap or like Instagram, or like send each other videos every here and there, but like it wasn't an actual like conversation. So like having that 4 hour conversation, it was like our like the very first time we talked, when you were just, sitting in your room,
Right.
cleaning your belly button, or like resting with like your salt water cup on your belly button, and I was in there for an hour and a half.
Oh my
You're like,
gosh.
has it been 20 minutes? It's like, oh, it's been an hour and a half.
It was very reminiscent of when we first became friends. I will say that. Like, I think we very much needed the real, like, even though it's FaceTime, face-to-face talking, because we will write a lot on Snapchat or texts, Instagram DMs, sending things all the time, but we never, like, there were so many things where I was like, I don't know if you would know all these things about my life, or like I spent like probably an hour of the 4 hours talking about my job because I was like, you have no idea what I do, and I want to tell you.
Yeah. No, it was so exciting, and like it I mean, this is as close as we're gonna get to face until I can afford plane tickets.
Right. Or me too. Me coming back home. Either way.
Well, okay, but like my schedule's a lot more flexible since I don't have a big girl job. So
Right.
that's why I said me. But yeah, so that is my rose. And then another little rose that we'll get into a little bit, but not like a lot because we don't have all the details for it yet. But okay, also fun story. So like last episode in August 2022, we were talking about the secret project that we had. Yeah, well, we didn't exactly scrap it, but we just kind of put a pin in it, and we have not taken that pin out. And I don't know when that's changing. Eventually, maybe. We'll see. But we have another secret project.
Of course we do.
that we started thinking about in October. And then we like talked about it here and there, here and there, here and there. And we don't have all the details. We don't know what's happening. We don't know when it's gonna go on, but we do know that it's going to happen. Probably, I would say, let's put a deadline, 2 months. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a great deadline. I would say, yeah, it'll happen soon.
Yeah, so like that one we actually are working on, and we're not just gonna say secret project, secret project, secret project. We'll give updates when we can, but when that will be, we don't know. We're just starting back with likewise. So
Right. And I will say, like, what's funny is I feel like a lot of people relate to this. And actually, on one of Jenna Palak's podcast episodes of Fun on Weekdays, she talked about this of like, I forget the term she used, but it was something about her being someone who, like, is like very, like, hyper something with hobbies and like passion projects where she like bounces and bounces between what she wants to do. Like, she used to work at TikTok, and then she was going to be a full-time influencer and podcaster, but then she liked hosting these events for her podcast, and then decided she actually wants to train to do, like, I don't think it's spin classes, but maybe it was Pilates. I don't know. She wanted to like train to be a fitness instructor for this certain thing, and then she wanted to hire full-time employees under her LLCs, and it was just like so many things. And she's constantly also putting her like interior design stuff for her new house and her office for her podcast on TikTok, and gets flamed in the comments because people are like, "This is so ugly. It looks so bad." And she documents all this stuff, and it's like so real of her to do that, because I think so many of us have all these like little hobbies and like ideas and projects and things we want to do, and like somewhat as a career, somewhat as a passion project, things just content and things we want to make, and we don't do it, or we get halfway there and we just get too busy because at the same time we also have to have real life jobs. But anyways, that was a long spiel, and I just want to say, don't judge us for having all these secret projects over and over again, because one day one of them will come to fruition.
Yeah. I mean, the last one, it like started to.
Right.
We like did one thing. We did one thing.
We did one
and
thing.
Then we got scared. And we got scared.
We did one thing, and then we felt a little stupid and got scared. And yeah. But at least we didn't invest too much in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. But this next one, like, okay, actually, if you're listening to this and you know us or you don't know us, tell us what you think it is.
And
I'll give you a hint. It's something. Well, okay. Would they expect it from us?
See, here's the thing. I don't think anybody besides the like handful of people I've like maybe kind of told about it.
Yeah, like I've literally told no one. And so like no one on my end knows.
That's so good. And I wish I would have done that. But like sometimes I just can't keep my mouth shut. But I've only told like Zeke, my boyfriend, and that's the same person. That's not a list. And sorry, I just thought
because in my head I was like, yeah, and then you're like, that's the same person. I was like, oh, right. Oh, I guess that could have been two people.
I said it kind of weird, and I just felt like I had to clarify. And then I've mentioned it to some of my coworkers, but that's just because sometimes I just got to talk. But anybody else,
it's nice though, because
these are all people who didn't even know about Likewise, except Zeke.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice though, because then we kind of like get a gauge on interest. But like, see, I didn't tell anyone about our last secret project. I didn't tell anyone about this secret project because I'm a person, like, I say all these things and then I never do them. Like shows, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this show. I can't wait for this artist to come. And then I don't buy the tickets, mostly because I don't have money. But or like, I don't know, just like a lot of things. I'm very much a sayer and not so much a doer. Like, I love the idea of so many things. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. Kind of like Jenna Palick. But I don't do them. Unlike Jenna Palick.
Right.
And so like, I'm just scared. Like, I don't want this to be another thing that like I don't do. And so having this project, like, and having Likewise with Sam, like, has been super helpful because she is a doer. And I mean, like, sometimes I am, but it depends. But like, it's something, like, the things that we have done is something that like we're both passionate about, and has just been really, really fun, and has like, we've seen a lot of growth in ourselves and in our skills and abilities. And so yeah, like, grateful to be in it with Sam, with a partner, but also like I still have not told anyone despite being in it with a partner because I'm scared of it just not happening.
Right. Yeah, I definitely think it helps to have a partner, because I've had a lot of things on my individual end that I don't follow through on. For example, the real ones know, the longtime listeners know, the YouTube. They know both of us struggling to do YouTube. And I vlogged, I have like 30 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes of vlog footage that I've been like back and forth editing from, like, it was like a week in my life when I was in Boston, and it was so good, but also not good. And I just haven't finished it because I still struggle with like following that project.
I want you to finish it because I remember you telling me about it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so fun.
Yes. Okay, this is so funny. The main thing that I thought was funny in this vlog that I started was that I kept noticing little things I would say or do, or expressions I would make, or just any little mannerisms that I feel like I either took from Issa or that Issa and I developed together through Likewise. Like, I never realized how much we started acting the same. So, yeah, it was a learning
That's
moment.
so funny. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Honestly, like I if if you do publish it, if it does go live, I probably will not even pick up on it. I'll be like,
Right.
nice. Good job,
You'll
Sam.
just
I'll
be
be
like,
like,
this
I
is my
don't know
friend.
what you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, like I'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. So oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Um, oh my gosh, I had something I was going to say. Oh, I had thought of a really good hint about this project. And it's not actually, I
Ooh.
don't think it's going to give it away at all. And I think the best part is that I don't think anybody would expect it from us. Nobody would ever guess it. You a little bit, maybe, me definitely not. Um,
Okay.
but also, okay, this is a good hint. And it mostly just has to do with Likewise. Because I think we all know that for a long time, Likewise has kind of just been whatever we wanted it to be. And like, we never really wanted to put Likewise in a box at all. And we always felt like we didn't really have a niche. So we were like, how do we get like the audience we want? Or like, how do we build and grow Likewise? Because we don't really necessarily have a niche. And for a while, we were like, ooh, we're pretty good at this little interview thing. But we just like
Yeah.
never had like a real niche. And I think we found something that we never expected to be our niche, but something that really has piqued our interest and has been rewarding to take interest in, I would say. And it's just been like really fun and exciting. And the fact that we have held on and like tried to develop this since we first were thinking of it and like it's continued this long, I just have a lot of faith in it.
Yeah. I mean, and I think, okay, I feel like we've dropped, like, I've accidentally, like, I'm thinking about, like, what I've already said, like, in this episode. I'm like, oh, if people think about this, then they'll be, like, able to tie it back to whatever.
Right. Like if they put all the pieces together.
Yeah. And, like, we've dropped hints on the Likewise Instagram, on our personal Instagrams. I mean, like, at least I have.
Right.
So once you know, then it'll be like, oh my gosh. Or maybe it won't be, you'll be like, oh my gosh, you guys are stupid.
Right. No, sometimes
But
I just like try and talk through it to myself and I'm like, are we done for doing this? But I'm like, no.
no, I like the little hints. I think they're really fun. But yeah, sorry. I feel like we've been talking about the secret project for so long, and then everyone's gonna be like,
it's annoying.
There they are with the secret project.
It's simply annoying because it
like,
just feels.
I would hate it too.
Yeah, it feels a little like exclusive and like. Yeah, and our whole thing with Likewise was we wanted the audience to feel like they're part of our conversations and not listening to them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So, last thing about the secret project, if you have a guess, please let us know because I just want to know what you guys think. Because I feel like after you know, you'll be like, oh my gosh, yeah, I totally expected that. Or like I could totally see that happening, or I would never in a million years would have guessed.
Right. Like I feel like I could list 10 things that people would guess before that. Like I could list like probably what like any common guesses we would get from people who don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
Cool.
So moving on from that, we'll like move on to like other kind of life updates. I mean, like we already talked about like some big things that have happened. Like I still don't have a big girl job. Sam, you know, moved to Nebraska. She's a full-on Nebraska girl now.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah, I feel like so much has happened. I mean, so much has happened in your life for sure. And I feel like a lot has happened in mine, but also at the same time, like not at all.
Right. I just really feel like there's been a lot going on for, I mean, obviously not just us, but everybody. And I would definitely say I had so many things like when the no, I think it's my headphones. These headphones make me want to like pronounce every word wrong. I was just about to say new year instead of new year, but the new year almost made me kind of emotional because I thought about all the big like life events that happened this year because technically like they say psychologically that any big life change could like classify as trauma because it does mentally and physically put you through a lot of like
Mm.
energy and stuff, so it can like it lasting like leaves impact on you. um and so obviously like a lot of life events happened that even weren't part of the last 6 months, I'd say. So there's just been so much that I don't even know the best way to sum it up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Like, I feel like, because I'm just living back at home, so I have been a legal adult for 5 years now, because I'm 23 now. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Wow. Last time we were both 22. Here I am, 23. 6 months later.
Making moves.
Time travel. But yeah, so like it's very like mine and Sam's lives. I mean, obviously we have like very different interests, and so we're gonna be going into like very different areas of work. Um, but yeah, our lives honestly probably could not be more opposite.
Right.
Like, and she's 2 hours ahead, so like figuring that out is like so not like hard. Oh my gosh. It's 7 o'clock for me, which means it's 9 o'clock for you. Oh my gosh.
I know, it's so weird. It doesn't even feel like it's 9 for me either, and I think it's because I keep staying up so late. But I did go to bed early last night, so.
Oh, proud of you.
Mhm.
Um, but anyway, sorry. So I just saw that. I was like, oh my gosh. Every single time I feel so bad because we ended our 4 hour call at 9 o'clock my time, so 11 her time. I was like, oh Lord have mercy. Um, but anyways, like so I'm living back at home, and I just feel like I'm like in high school again, but
Mm.
like a dropout. like because I'm not really doing anything, and which sucks. Like I'm applying for jobs, but also I'm applying for like these massive companies with like thousands of employees and like hundreds of applicants. Like I know I'm not going to get it, but at least I can say I applied, right? And so I don't know. I need to apply for more realistic jobs, but I'm like I don't want to do any of this. I want to do like very specific things, but beside the point. But yeah, it's so weird being in this season of life where I feel like I mean, I know that like I'm like we're both recent grads and like not every grad gets a job right out of college, and like it's I don't want to say rare, but it's not as common for like to get a job right out of school as one might think. And but I just feel so not like alone, but I can't think of a word for it because I'm like I'm not doing anything, and all my other friends like basically all my other friends, like close friends, they've all got big girl jobs, big boy jobs. So I'm like,
Right.
living life, doing nothing.
I think a lot of it also comes down to right now, like the demand in the market for various things. Because obviously, I think,
Hmm.
like you said, like you have friends who have these jobs. And like when I look around at my friends, I have a lot of friends who that are in like their long term career jobs that it's because they're in an industry that has such a high demand for workers right now. Like my friends who are
Hmm.
teachers, my friends who work in the medical field, like these are all things where there's shortages everywhere that are so
Yeah.
bad. And so, not to say it was easy for them to get a job because they had to work very hard and be very good at what they do
Yeah. Yeah.
still. But I will say, like, you being someone who, like, with the degree you have and, like, kind of your vision for what you want to do, like, anything in marketing for various industries, like, and like communications or like production related
Hmm.
things with, like, I know you've always said you've gone back and forth between like music industry, sports, like all this stuff, everything you've like had interest in. It is a very competitive
Yeah.
industry. You live in a very like I wouldn't say competitive area, but like even like I would say like Seattle has a lot of big companies that
Hmm.
may not always be like hiring for those
Yeah.
types of
It's
roles
very,
or would even offer those
yeah.
roles to 20 something year old recent graduates. So it's a tough scene to navigate It really is. So I think it's hard, but obviously at the end of the day, it's hard not to compare yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like as much as I love having like my degree be so like flexible, like because I got a degree in social sciences, with like psych, comm, and business as like concentrations or minors or whatever, and so like love that it's transferable to like almost anything that I would want to do, but because I did that, I didn't take like any specialized courses. Like I was talking to my mom about this a few weeks ago, and like other people a few weeks ago, like I didn't take like any super like in-depth courses about almost anything. So like if people want that experience, I'm like, I don't have like I would say that I'm a quick learner. Like I can do stuff, but I just don't have the experience that people would want. I don't have the education that people would want. So I'm like, that's what's really stressing me out. I'm like, ah, Lord have mercy.
Right. I will say at the same time, though, I feel like I'm someone who, very opposite, took so much specialized classes.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, yes, I think it was very helpful. I love the knowledge I gained from all of those. But in my current role and where I see myself going at work, I almost feel like I use my specialized knowledge more in my side projects and side passions and hobbies and just my general interests instead of in my job. Like, I simply do not, well, a little bit. Like, obviously at work, I think about a lot of things that are going on from the lens of my education and degree, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
actually using my degree in my job at all, if
Yeah.
you think about it,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Yeah. No, I know. I think about that too. I'm like, dang. But then like people still want that degree or people still want like a specific degree. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
but you could be opening up the your door to so many more candidates and like honestly you could be opening up your door to so many more qualified candidates if you didn't require this degree or this experience or you know whatever.
Right.
Like I mean I'm not saying that I'm more qualified than someone else in whatever because I'm absolutely not saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the grand scheme of things, I don't know. It's uh an intense job market world out
It
there.
is. And especially with, I know this hasn't really affected either of us very much, but in the last 3 months, there's been immense tech layoffs that also
Mhm.
have been wild. Um, so, like, obviously, just in general, the job market is fluctuating so much and it is so wild. And a lot of really experienced people are struggling. Um, but also, yeah, just the whole thing of experience. Oh my gosh, it's so
Yeah.
it's so bad. Like jobs, job postings, recruiting tactics, strategies are very interesting to me. Um,
Mhm.
and it's funny now because I do have people I know who are like working as recruiters now, and I want to just like hit them up and give them my 2 cents.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like with that being said, like I mean, I do have a part-time job.
Right.
Like in I mean, I guess that I probably should have said this before, but like I am working part-time for the Sounders, so like literal dream team. And like I've been doing that since September. But yeah, so like currently I'm trying to figure out how to like work my way up to something full-time. But my boss does follow me back on Twitter and
Mm.
she likes my tweets about One Direction. I'm like, yes,
Oh,
thank you.
that is good.
Yeah, so I'm really hoping that she likes me and like wants me to work full time and you know do that because that's my dream. I want to work full time for the Sounders, but oh man. And so like basically I just show up and learn what I'm doing day of. And it's like, you know, that's great. Amazing. But I mean it's been a lot of fun. Like I just work game days or like special events like World Cup watch parties, which I was basically paid to just watch soccer, which was honestly amazing. Thank you, Sounders. I love and appreciate you. Also, they paid for my coffee so many times. Like, yes, amazing. Had to be here at 6 in the morning. Uh, um, but like like honestly, my favorite thing that I've done, I mean, other than just watch, but like was media day for the team, and like that's when Like we got to see the kits and sponsors like a month before, and like I was talking to Sam about this. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is what I want to do. And so like I really think that not think like that definitely did like solidify just that I want to work in sports versus like entertainment industry, because like every time I go to a show I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want to work in music or like film, TV, like whatever, because like all like the Oscars, the Emmys, the all the things. I'm like, oh, I just want to work in entertainment so I can go to these award shows, meet all these people. That would be so fun, blah, blah, blah. But then I'm like, but my heart really lies in soccer,
Yeah.
which sucks because it's such a competitive field. And I'm like, dang. So, you know, really just trying to work me on work. What did I say? I don't even know. Am I having a stroke? I'm just trying to work my way up. So, Sounders, if you're listening, please hire me full time.
Wow. I love hearing about that. I think it's so cool. Also because I have never been to like a Sounders game or anything. And so I just like seeing all the behind the scenes because I know it's something like you really like doing. I love seeing people doing
All
things
the
that they
behind the
love.
scenes that I can post, because I was not allowed to do like I because like the first media day, like we weren't allowed to take any pictures, because like the new kits, like the Bruce Lee kits, they hadn't come out till literally like last week or whatever.
Mm-mm.
And then like the new sponsor wasn't announced until the Friday that week. So I was using my sorority confidentiality skills really
Right.
well.
Like I genuinely did not know anything besides like seeing you get ready so early in the morning. And then like if it was like a game day, obviously you could post that you were at a game. Like that's very
Mm-hmm.
simple. It's not like breaking anything. But so like I kind of just knew that, or like I knew that you were going to like whatever you were going to, like going to work and there's something cool happening, but like you couldn't take any pictures or anything. So obviously I didn't see like real behind the scenes. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Also,
Oh my gosh, no,
who's
but
the
oh no, go ahead.
who's the new sponsor? I don't know anything about that.
Oh, it's Providence.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and people are like mad about that, and
Right.
yeah, yeah, whatever. It's at the end of the day, it's just a sponsor. It's just money going into
Right.
pockets. So, like they're paying Sounders
Yeah,
to have their name on their shirts.
because
So,
it was Zulily before, right? Or like at
mm-hmm.
some, I don't know if it was up until this point or like just a couple years ago or something, but I remember seeing Zulily being
Yeah, Zulily was the sponsor from I think 19 to 22, 18, 17. I really don't know, but until last season, and then out. But
yeah.
yeah,
I have
so
I have beef with
it's fun.
Zulily.
Oh, what's your beef?
I've actually never bought anything, so I don't have like real beef with Zulily, but like, and I do love the people who I have like talked to before who work there and people who I know that work there, but um I my project that sucked the life out of me for my one of my last classes in
Yeah,
school where
yeah,
I
I
did
remember
all of
that.
the work in my group.
Oh,
Um
yeah.
yeah,
Oh my gosh, that was intense.
it
I
was
remember.
yeah, it was like an
Oh,
industry case study kind of marketing ish. I don't know. It was kind of weird. It was this whole project and we actually like worked um with someone from the company to like go through our ideas and like pitch these things and it was just like I'm glad we did it and I understood the overall idea, but it was a very weird project because half of the class was on teams working with Zulily, the other half of the class got to work with Nordstrom and Kurt Geiger London, like the accessory brand, and their project just was a lot more clear than ours and had more opportunity than
mm,
ours, and I think they got way better coaching throughout theirs, and I thought we had pretty good coaching, but it was still just like tough and there wasn't a lot we could do. And then, yeah, I feel like they also, from their end, got way better and more friendly critiques than we did almost. Not that we had any bad critiques, but, and yeah, it was just very interesting. And I don't want to get too deep in it, but yeah, I'm a little traumatized from it. So whenever I see Zulily now, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even think about it.
how fun doing a presentation on a local brand or local, yeah, brand.
Yeah. It was very interesting. I had never been on the website so much as when I was doing that project. I would go on it like every day.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, um, definitely. I love hearing people talk about their jobs, and it's funny because there's I've already told you about this before, but there was this TikTok about how like real best friends have no idea what what their friend does for work, and how like it's kind of true because all my friends like really don't know. Um, and I, even as much as Issa tells me, I still am like, yeah, I don't know. Like you tell me a story, I try to picture it in my brain, and it's probably not happening very accurately up there.
Yeah, like, okay, I'll just give like a quick rundown because I'm sure no one cares. I mean, except for you. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's just like, it's honestly, it's so fun for me to talk about just because I'm like, oh my gosh, the literal dream team, like this, as much as a full-time job would be an answer to prayers, like this is an answer because I'm like, hey God, let me work for the Sounders, and here I am, part-time, woohoo. Anyways, um, so like mostly like game days, I've done like giveaways. So the people handing out the socks to everyone who walks in, yeah, me do that. Uh, um, and then oh, the people who take pictures of people with the trophies, yeah, I did that. I only worked like 3 or 4 games, I think. But so it wasn't that many. But don't know what I'll be doing on Sunday really because she hasn't sent out the schedule. But I've been looking at it like while she's like making it. I'm like, this is so creepy. I hope you can't see who it is. But um, yeah, it's something, and I'll find out. Maybe I'll tell you next week. But like for media days, I was steaming. I mean, me and like the other people, like assistants who were there, we were steaming their shirts and shorts. So when you see those pictures, I did it. Oh, and the flags, all the steaming. And then we are like walking the players around to like the various stations because there were like 4 on the fields. Because we went down to Starfire Sports Complex or Starfire Complex, whatever it's called. And so we were walking them down around the fields, like various stations for headshots and photos and videos and stuff. And then we had to like walk them upstairs to the 2nd floor and then 3rd floor for various videos and TikToks and in stadium stuff and blah, 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 blah. And actually, like something really funny is on the 2nd day of, so like there was media day 1 was 2 days, over 2 days, like a month ago. And then so I worked both of them. And then the 2nd day, it's like the Tuesday or whatever, um, like we had this one last guy who had to like do his in stadium stuff and blah, 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 blah. He was just sitting there outside the room, like waiting for the person who was in there to come out. I'm like talking with the other like assistants, and then he's like just sitting there awkwardly, and like I'm like, so what's your favorite color? And they all laugh at me. I was like, listen, I'm just trying to get him involved, okay? Like I don't, like we're all talking to each other, we're not like involving him or whatever. And then he's like, uh, blue. I said, why? He said, I don't know, I had to pick one. I was like, oh, great, amazing. And then he asked me mine and blah blah blah. And then the other guy came out of the room, and then he went in, and then I asked him, I was like, hey, what's your favorite color? He said, red. I said, why? He said, because it's red. We're like, cool. And then so went there again for media day 2 to like, because like the Bruce Lee kits for the original shoot, they only had 3 jerseys, like small, medium, large, with no names on the back, so they didn't get any back shots. But like their shirts just came in with like their names and numbers on the back. I don't know. I feel like this is not making sense, but I'm just trying to go fast. But also, oh my gosh, I feel so out of breath. Anyways, sorry. So like their shirts with their names and numbers on the back just came in for the Bruce Lee kits, which is like the newest one and like the ones that I really couldn't take pictures of. Because they just came out a week ago. But anyway, so they had to take their headshots for those and like back shots for those. And so the other assistants and I were like, you know what? Let's just ask everyone their favorite colors. And so we just asked every single player. Well, most players. I got scared with the first few because I was like, oh my gosh, like, what if they hate me? I don't know. But why? I don't know. But I got scared with the first like 3, so didn't find out some of them. But then like Christian rolled on, he comes in, I'm like, hey, like while I'm trying to set up this like video booth for someone, I'm like putting these like, I don't even know, like, I don't know. Anyways, basically just putting together this box for a video to happen. And I'm like, hey, Christian, what's your favorite color? And he goes, purple. And I'm like, okay, why? He said, I don't know, because I went to UW. I was like, that's fair. And then so we asked like most of the players and stuff, and then like some of them like were getting really into it. And, like there was like a group of like 6 that came in at the same time, and they were all just waiting. Like we're asking them, and then some of them were like blue, blue, blue. Like blue is the most popular favorite color. Like 7 or 8 of them, blue is their favorite color. And then we asked some, and then they were like all together in their group. They'd be like, wait, what'd you say? What's your favorite color? It's like, oh, that's so cute. But yeah, so that was fun. And like, that's the most we get to interact with them because, they have a job to do and we have a job to do, which is to not bother them. So fun things.
It's so funny because, somewhat relatable. There's a little bit of crossover there. We both steam.
Oh, love that. Actually, I really hate it.
um, but yeah. Oh, it's just so fun to hear about. And there's like little similarities I think of in things we get to do at work. Um, but yeah, I guess I got a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah, you do.
um, okay, so here's the rundown. So on the last episode, my rose was about my new job at the time, and I talked all about my new job, how I was starting to be a consultant for Tri Delta. I was pumped. I was about to go on my first visit. We talked so much about it. And it was genuinely so great. And I did really love it. And I absolutely loved the schools I went to. But it just simply was not really working out for me anymore. Um, like my mental health was so bad. And then obviously, like I mentioned, my physical health, my GERD has been very bad since like the beginning of my traveling, and I just really couldn't get it in check. I was doing a very job taking care of my physical health, and I was like, there is no way I will get better in a job that I struggle so much to have routine in. And I just knew I needed to like put myself in a more stable environment and have like a regular like 8 to 5 job and have a very set routine. Like I needed to be forced into routine instead of like depending on myself to create it in such like an unstable environment, always switching all the time. So yeah, I had to do the very, very hard thing that I sometimes I'm like, I don't even know how I did it. And maybe we'll get deeper into this in another episode sometime and I could talk more about it and just how it all went. But I had to do it for myself and I had to quit that job. And it was really difficult. Um, but I'm also very glad that I did that for myself and put myself first because I am a person who very rarely does that. And so, yeah, I'm proud of myself and I started a new job and moved to Nebraska. That's how I got here. And if you've listened for a long time or know me in real life, you know that I moved out here once before for summer 2021, an internship at the Buckle. And now I'm back and I work full time there and it's very exciting. Um, I am the fashion styling coordinator. That's my fancy little title. Um, and yeah, I do a whole lot of different things. There's not really a good way to sum up what I do. Um, but I kind of am very central to a lot of different teams in marketing. So like the studio team and like the stylists and then the buying team and the creative director and just like the men's buying team, which is in an office in Kansas City. So they're a little further away from us. I'm just kind of like a central communicator person and I do a whole lot of everything. My friend and I at work decided that my motto should be Sam can because Sam can. Come up, you need something done? Sam can. Um, so yeah, that's where that's where I'm at. We've had a brutal winter, but also I've seen that there's been brutal winter back home too. So it's not that different. It's just way colder. Um, and then also I barely have furniture still, but it's okay. I have a bed and I just set up my TV stand and my TV and I have a kitchen table and chairs, no couch. So that's
Okay,
awkward.
something really funny about that is we were toying with the idea of doing like video pods, And and Sam goes, "Oh my gosh, we should get matching sets." I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, that would be so fun." And so like made this whole like spreadsheet of like all these things that we like have to do like so that we could be more organized, right? And and I go and I like put her in charge of like sets. And then she makes a Canva board or like Canva presentation with like ideas, and I go and look at it, and it's like a set for like a video shoot, like a video set. And when she said matching sets, I was thinking like a sweatsuit.
Which is why you said, I'm assuming you want to take the lead on this.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I remember that was so funny because I felt so good about everything. Like I was like, yes, I'm making this mood board. I'm making this Canva document. I'm putting all these cute little chairs and side tables and gallery wall inspo from Pinterest. And then like shared it with her and she was like, wait.
No, okay. That's not to say I didn't love it because I do. I think that would be so fun. It's gonna happen one day when I have money. Um, but I was just like, we were not on the same page there.
No, not at all.
I'm kind of like surprised, like not in a bad way, obviously, but I'm kind of surprised with how often we actually are on the same page because I feel like we think very differently. And so the fact that like something as small as that is what we just were not together on, I was like, wow, of all the things in the world.
And like honestly, I really do think it's because we talk about like for years we've always talked about like cool merch and we're always like looking at other people's merch and we love that. And so I think like when we're like, oh yeah, sets, we're thinking about merch and apparel and not like video podcast sets. So that was really
I
funny,
mean,
but
but we also talk about Likewise Home all the time. And
all the
so,
time.
it really a toss up which one it could be. Don't know.
Right. And I like that you said that we think very differently because I think that's a very good way to put it. Like I think we work so well on like always and things together because we think so differently. So we're able to come up with a lot of different ideas and then like
Mm-hmm.
expand each other's ideas more in a way that neither of us would have thought of. So I think that's
Yeah.
always a good thing to have with people you work with.
Yeah. And I don't even know how to describe, like, I literally don't even know how to describe, like, the ways we think because, like, in some ways, I'm so methodical and logical in the way I think, but then in other ways, like, you are. And so it's
Mm-hmm.
like, we can't say that, like, one of us is methodical, one of us is logical, one of us is, like, super creative, one of us is super whatever. Because, I
Because
mean, it's
we're
just,
a
like, the
big
different
mix.
areas. But, I mean,
Yeah.
it's so chaotic, but in typically, generally, it's in good ways. Good chaos.
Mm-hmm. It's funny because that's kind of a big thing with my job at work. We always talk at work about how I'm very like analytical and my job requires a lot of attention to detail and I'm really good at that and all this stuff. But I also am a big like creative problem solver and just
Mm-hmm.
very creative in general. And I've always thought that I was way more creative than I was analytical, but I'm realizing that like I got a lot of both. And maybe
Mm-hmm.
sometimes as creative as I am, I do have a very analytical brain.
Yeah.
And
A lot of times,
yeah.
I feel like a lot of times creativity and like an analysis, methodology, I don't like all the words that like you wouldn't necessarily pair with creativity. I feel like they go in hand so much because you really do have to be like so thoughtful about the way you're creative or thoughtful about the things that you do or things that you make or things that you create. And so I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that's where we really complement each other is because like we don't have the same creative brain. Like a lot of times what I think looks good, you're like, maybe not. I mean, you don't say that to my face, but you probably think it a lot. And like sometimes say I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I think that about you too.
Right. Because
I
I'm
can't even tell you
weird.
what it was. I cannot even tell you what it was. But then like we workshop it together, then we create something that we both really love, and so or at least both like. Usually I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we love it. Well, we love it for a season, and then we're like, why did we do that?
I think this is a weird guess, But one way that I would sum up describes a lot of the way that we creatively think and work different is I feel like I like to do like really strange, risky things first. Like when I have an idea,
Mm,
it's like something really bizarre and like
yeah.
I have to do it weird before it's cleaned up and maybe made a little bit more palatable. And I feel like your creative brain, like you almost have like a really good eye for like minimalistic and simple things. And for me, like I sometimes if I try and just make something minimalistic, I think it's too boring and I can't get myself to see it as like cool. But like
Mm-hmm.
you're very much like, oh, that's so cool and like so simple and and I'm
Mm-hmm.
someone who's just like I just think so much, just like risks, risks, risks.
Yeah.
I
No,
just feel
that's
like
really
that's
good.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I would say that's definitely how it is. Like, I, I don't even know how to say this, like, make it sound good, but like, I kind of like tone you down, and you like tone me up, and then we meet in the middle.
that's so true. And I think it's a good point too. Like as much as we can both be analytical and creative, you do need another person to not. I don't want to say critique you because we never really critique each other, but like to
Yeah.
confirm and like expand on your ideas. Like we need each other
Yeah.
to continue to.
Honestly, a lot of our partnership has been like one of us doing something, one of us creating something, and the other being like, "Oh my gosh, I love that."
Mm-hmm.
And or what if we add this or what if we do this with it? And like kind of
Yeah.
building off of it or being like, "What if we change this one thing?" And then it just totally changes it instead of being like, what if we don't do that? And so I feel
Right.
like that's actually really like I that's actually really good. I don't think yeah, I mean as great as like constructive criticism can be, like we haven't really had a lot of conflict in that area where
No.
we like need it. We just kind of build off of the other, whether it's more minimalist or more risks and like grandiose things.
Right. And I think we both in a way are very much like think so much and want it so much, but don't always do it. That when we are doing it, we're not that the other person never doesn't like it, but we're not hurt and we're not like because us ourselves aren't completely sold on it half the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're so hesitant that like even if we're both like, yeah, this is good, but we're both always like, it's missing something and it's
Yeah.
not there yet. And we like
Yeah.
kind of are on the same page with that all the time, which is nice.
Yeah. Okay, not to like go back to it, but I feel like with all of our various secret projects, like that's how it's been. It's like we're not like there's just something that isn't right, and so we're not like totally sold on it, and so we don't want to like do it, but like we also don't want to like scrap it because what we have is good, but it's not great, or what we have is good, but it's not exactly what we're wanting or what we were envisioning, and so that's what I'm really stoked for about this next one because like so far like what we have I feel like is really good. Like I really like
Mm-hmm.
with my heart, I love it. Not just like my
Yeah.
brain trying to convince my heart to love it, but
We both have, well, you are a three and I have a three wing, and we both like to achieve and like have the satisfaction of like doing things in that sense or
mm-hmm,
like getting that like recognition of doing something good. But like I think what was I thinking about it? Oh, everyone's saying like what's in and out for 2023. I feel like what's
mm-hmm,
in is like just doing it and like doing your vision and your goals, getting it
mm-hmm.
done. And out is procrastinating doing it because you're striving for perfection.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, dang, that's good. We should have done what's in and what's out next time.
yeah,
Next time.
that was the last podcast I was listening to. Gals on the Go was doing that.
Oh my gosh, I have not listened to Gals on the Go in so long. Actually, okay. Real talk. I have not listened to a podcast in so long, but I just recently started listening to podcasts again. And in the car, usually, how you listen to music. I've decided that I'm just going to be listening to podcasts until I'm like caught up on all the ones that I've been meaning to listen to. What was that?
Did
I
you
just saw
see
your
that?
lights go on. Yeah.
All my lights just got so much brighter.
Oh my, that was
I
so
think it's
weird.
because so like the electricity flow in my house is kind of weird sometimes. This is a
Ooh.
total side note. Like if I'm using my oven, not my stove, just the oven. If I'm preheating it, it's on, whatever. I constantly get flickers of my lights,
Oh, so fun.
like tiny little like blips. Um, only like my main like living room lights. So that happens a little bit, and then I think maybe whatever my upstairs roommate was doing was like taking a lot of like power energy, and so my light was like dimmer. But it was that dim this whole time, so that was kind of weird that it just got so bright.
Yeah, no, I saw that. For those of you who don't know, we do this over FaceTime. We're not just, I don't even know what we would do, a phone call? A regular phone call? That would be kind of weird.
Right.
I don't know,
That
maybe
would
some
be
people do
weird.
a phone call, but we are of the times. We do FaceTime.
That's so funny. Wow. We have talked for a long time, but there are I just always have so many thoughts about all of this. I just
I
think
know.
that we're finally kind of letting go of the not moving forward on something. And I do think a lot of it takes like both of us like just throwing a lot of ideas out all the time. And
Mm-hmm.
then eventually we'll each like randomly like do something for like the ideas, and it kind of just keeps getting us excited. It like builds this momentum, and it just kind of like really just takes one person sitting down and doing something to
Yeah.
get us to like move forward. And it's taken so long because we've just been so back and forth, or like not actually like FaceTiming. Like a couple weeks ago was the first time we finally FaceTimed
Mm-hmm.
to talk through like details, and we had just been like both contributing a lot of random things, and then we are like, okay, game plan time, because we need to actually figure it out.
Yeah. I feel like in our, this is weird to say because I don't know, but like in our like business relationship, that's kind of like you're definitely more of the idea person and like, oh my gosh, we could do this, 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 and this, and this. Whereas I'm more of like the, honestly, probably more like the methodical, logical person because like I put together like that whole spreadsheet. I
Right.
just love me a good
You
spreadsheet.
you did the organization.
But like I put your ideas down on paper and like, and so yeah, I like that. I like doing it like that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
not sorry, not trying to say like you have to come up with every single idea. Because then it's like not so much a partnership as it is like I'm your assistant, which also like I
Right.
wouldn't be mad at.
I just feel like sometimes I just like nonstop have these ideas in my head sometimes. And I had a lot of time when I was really bored at work, and like a lot of days where I didn't have things to do. And so I did just like rack my brain for a long time. So I just kind of keep getting all these crazy ideas.
You know what? The great thing is now we have that spreadsheet where whenever you have an idea, you can just type, type, type,
Right.
type, idea, type, type,
And
type, type.
also, like, I'm so glad that we spent a long time developing our ideas, because
Mm-hmm.
we can like look at our first, I guess, draft of everything we wanted. And like a couple weeks ago, I was like, we're changing all of this because I look at it and hate it. But like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate it, but I was like, this just doesn't look
We just weren't sold.
it. It just didn't look, not professional, but like it just didn't look enough. Like it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't good enough.
Yeah. I sometimes forget that like it's you and me talking. So like I know exactly what you're saying. Like I know how you feel because like I felt that too. I went through it and stuff. And like probably same like for you, like, oh my gosh, yeah, like that's how I felt about that. Or like that's what I was thinking too. But then like the listeners are like, what? What is she trying to
Right.
say?
I may or may not be getting slightly delirious, so I may be saying things that would confuse people who are not me and you.
Oh good. Oh good. But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. But that's okay. Oh, wait, real quick. Okay, so if you've listened to previous episodes, you know that we like to have our little Pinterest graphics for inspo
Oh
and just
yeah.
like motivation. And so, like, before the episode, we're like looking through, and Sam's like, oh my gosh, wait, this is so funny. Like, it's so cute, but it's so funny. And like, the postcard she found was like, or like Pinterest picture inspo thing, whatever. It says, Dear me, thank you for putting in the work. Love me. And then I went on Pinterest and I was telling her, I was like, yeah, I cannot tell you the last time I saw like a quote, like on
Mm-hmm.
like a cute little aesthetic quote on my Pinterest, like, because now it's just a lot of like likewise home or like fashion stuff. I'm like, I love fun pants. I love fun pants and like fun earrings. My favorite things. So like it's like a lot of that kind of stuff. But I saw a quote, and how funny that the one time I see a quote is right after she sees this, and it says, "Dear me, stop worrying and start believing. XOXO, future me." And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. And like how fitting, honestly, for us right now. Um, I feel like in the season of likewise, and also just in the season of life, like I feel like stop worrying and start believing. XOXO, future me, like that's always applicable, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But also like the thank you for putting in the work. I think that's really applicable to us right now. Just with secret project
Right.
like number a million, and then also just with likewise coming up again.
Yeah. I think we've recognized a lot of the work we've put in over the years into Likewise, and just the fact that we've given a lot of our ideas, even the ones we did not follow through with, like the time of day, and that we've always like believed in what we were doing. I think that's like really cool. And I think we've recognized that we've built a pretty good foundation with Likewise. And I'm so glad that we ever thought of it, because we probably weren't that serious when we first talked about it. But
Yeah, pen clicks and all.
and we were like young, like we were, when I look back, we were completely different people. Not
Mm-hmm.
like not completely different, because I would say I'm still the same person that I was 3 years ago, but also I'm very different at the same time.
Gosh, 3 years ago. Yeah. Oh man, 3 years ago. That was, yeah, I was 20. You were 19. You were turning 20 in the summer, but I
Yeah,
mean,
we like barely
it feels
listened
like
to
a lifetime ago.
podcasts. We like barely
Yeah.
listened to podcasts and we wanted one.
I No, Sam, you barely listen to podcasts. I did not listen to podcasts. Like
Right, and then I like showed you Call Me Candid, and we're like, this is what we need to do.
yeah, no, and like, no, you showed me Call Me Candid like before we left school for COVID. And then
Mm,
it wasn't until probably April. Like we left school in March. It probably wasn't until like late April or May that I finally listened to it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And then I caught up, and then we were listening to it weekly, like with each other basically. And then we're talking about it. And then one week there just was an episode. The next week, another not an episode. We're like, what the heck is going on?
where'd it go?
And then they just left us. Like
Hey,
we've done
you
to
know
you so
what?
many times, but
We filled the void with our own
imagine if one
talks.
day Haley and Lily like listened to this. I would die.
I'd be embarrassed.
Do you think we should do you think we should just send them DMs, be like, hi, we listened to our podcast?
Oh my gosh. Wait, sometimes I do still see comments on TikTok and like on YouTube and stuff of people asking them
Oh,
for Call Me
interesting.
Candid.
Actually, I still have my post notifications on for both Haley and Lily.
Oh,
I
I
think they're
love
so
that.
cute. Do I ever click them? Rarely, but I've actually okay. I noticed that like probably a month or two ago. I was like, I never click on these. I used to like adore them. So I want to get back to that. And so like I've started like clicking on them and being like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love that story. Oh my gosh, I love that post or whatever. And so I've been trying to be more intentional about it.
Yes. Oh, amazing. Oh, intentional. I love that word. I feel like we've started being very intentional
Yes.
with all of our things that we are passionate about. That sounded
Yeah.
so silly.
No, I agree. I agree. I think so.
Just like if it's not making me excited every day when I wake up, then I don't want to do
Fair. Fair.
it.
Oh my gosh. Wow, Sam, you were really like, what if we don't talk very much? Or like, what if we
Right. I was like, do you think we're going to have
don't
enough
talk
to
very much?
talk about?
And here we are, an hour
Oh,
10.
wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Um, honestly, that's so crazy. Before we started recording, we were both really well, okay, I'll at least speak for myself. Because I mean, I said it and Sam just kind of agreed with me, but I don't know if she was just being like, Issa, get over yourself. But I was actually really nervous for this. I was like, oh my gosh, we're recording again. I have to listen to my own stupid voice again and all the things again. Lord have mercy. And so I was like really nervous to like press record and go into this conversation. I was like, oh my gosh. Having a podcast is all fun and games until you actually have to do it. But then it's still all fun and games till you have to edit.
Right. Shout out you for that. Um, not that I wouldn't do it, because I feel like I would also have fun doing it. But I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting all my thoughts.
No thoughts, head
Oh,
empty.
I think I was mainly nervous because it sounds so bad, but like, well, not really the last episode, but there are some episodes that aren't that old that like if I've gone back and listened to them and have just been like, I don't like this, or like we did like this isn't our best content or our best work. Because we do have some episodes that I love, and like there are some that I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, this was kind of boring. Like, and I then I
Mm-hmm.
get like critical and like bad self talk and like who would listen to this, you know? Like, but then I have to realize that like I'm just overly critical because it's me in it.
Yeah, I hear you.
But
I hear you on that.
I just like I was I think scared because I was like, oh, like I just want it to live up to what we've always wanted, and you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah, I agree. But I I hope that like this new season, this new era of likewise, um, like is more intentional because I know like a lot of times like we were scrounging for things to talk about,
Mhm.
and so like those were like the really boring ones, but like the ones that we really loved, mostly the interview episodes and like a few others here and there, but like that's what I want more of.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like that's when we felt like we were thriving. And especially like our last real comebacks, not the last episode, but the comeback before that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that was like happening like kind of right around there was really exciting, and we were so jazzed about it. And then
Mm-hmm.
it just sucked that it happened to be like we were actually recording in person together at that time, and which was like kind of cool and just weird for us.
Mm-hmm.
Um and then it was like right at the time that we were both moving and graduating
Yeah.
and all that good stuff. So got a little kind of fell off of our momentum there, but I'm excited to
Yeah.
pick it back up.
So I think we can both um say that like I mean, knowing our track record, I don't think we should commit to having an episode every week. But I think we can both say that like we do want every episode to be good, and like I know that good is like so subjective, but like be what we want it to be and be what we know it can be. And so when an episode comes out, expect it to be good. If it's not good, an episode will not come out. So it'll hopefully, hopefully we have a great conversation every week. But I just think that if we're more intentional about it, it'll speak for itself, you know?
Yes, I agree.
Amazing. Ah, love that. Wow. Sorry. I
No, you're
don't know
good.
what that was about.
Honestly, like this is probably like the most. No, I do talk a lot every day, guys. I'm gonna be honest. At work, I'm probably really annoying. I talk so much, but this amount of talking for like this length of time, and like we obviously talked a little bit before this, so like it's kind of getting to me. You could probably tell the sound of my voice getting a little
Yeah.
rough.
No, I know. I'm like looking at my uh what's it called?
When it
Um
shows when you talk in your mic, like the volume or whatever, like the input.
yeah. Oh, audition.
Oh, literally just the app.
But no, like I'm looking at like how much I talked. I'm like, "Oh my, there's only one like two small periods that I did not talk." And so for that, Sam, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, it's kind of how mine looks too. But
Oh,
there's
okay,
one,
cool.
but there's one like, I think it's because mine's like really condensed right now. Yours might be too. There's one
Yeah, it is.
really long chunk where there's kind of nothing, and there's like a couple little spikes in it. And I think it's when you were getting a little in depth about
Is when I was talking about favorite colors.
Work. Favorite colors for sure.
Yeah. No, because right after that is when I stopped talking, when you were talking about work.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was so long ago. Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Wow. Getting right back into it with us not being able to tell time. Amazing. Love that.
Classic. Us talking forever.
But something that I'm really excited about is Song of the Week being back. Actually, this
Me
was something
too.
I was really worried about because I was like, Sam, are we going to be doing like one song? Are we going to do like a little playlist? Like, what are we going to do? And she never answered me. So,
Right. I just put a song down.
yeah, I put a song down because I was like, obviously. But so like, what's going to happen? Your guess is as good as mine. Okay, Sam, start us off. How about?
Okay. Mine has a little bit of a story. My song of the week is Stay High. Oh, wait. The song is actually called Habits Stay High by Tuplo.
Oh my gosh.
Right, well, like if you think about it, that's the real name of the song. So this is my song of the week because for the last like 2 weeks, I've been like really fixated on this song for like no reason. It's pretty good. It's always been a song I've liked, but I had like a week straight where when I would leave work for my lunch break, I would get in my car and I would put this song on and I would just bump it while I drove down the road. My like 3 minute drive home.
That's so funny. I
Yeah.
love that.
So it's just
Amazing
been
story.
in my head a lot.
No, that's so fun. Wait, I love that. That's so good. Because when I saw that, I was like,
Kind of
what?
random. It'll like accidentally be my top song of the year or something.
Oh my, yeah. I would not be surprised. Okay, my song of the week is oh frick, where did it go? Sorry. I clicked on like so many windows and okay, there it is. My song of the week is Surprise Surprise, Told You So by the band Camino. It's just a straight banger and I feel like likewise can identify with the band Camino right now because we are entering a new era of likewise and
Mm-hmm.
the band Camino is entering a new era of the band Camino. So I don't know. It's such a fun song. It is too short, I will say, but I like it a lot,
We
and
just
I'm
really
excited for the
like
video to come out.
we just really connect over the band Camino because of our adventure and that
Yeah.
experience together. But yeah, also
Um.
like their entire set list was on my top 100 because I just kept listening to it for so long.
No, literally, my top 5 songs, 3 of them were the band Camino. I was like, makes sense. The math checks.
Awesome. I was gonna say I'm very excited because um the remix of Die For You by The Weeknd is about to come out with Ariana Grande on it. And it's so funny because that song is literally from when Starboy came out, the album. And that was a really long time ago. But it's just been such a big song this year. Like it's been on the top charts because people have been listening to it so much. And it's been on the radio so much. And now there's about to be a remix with Ariana Grande. And I'm very excited.
Oh, interesting.
My top song this year was 214 by the band Camino.
Honestly, a straight freaking banger.
Yeah, like so old but so good.
Gosh, and the band Camino announced their Europe tour. I just want them to announce a US tour. And I'll be like,
Um,
Nebraska? Seattle?
Speaking of tour
Perfect.
announcements, Sabrina Carpenter just announced her Emails I Can't Send tour, and it's a big, uh, it's pretty big, it's like tour,
Mm-hmm.
list dates. Anyways, didn't know what to call it. But it's pretty big. But it's interesting because she just recently finished touring. Like I almost saw her in October in Boston when she was on a tour run, and she wasn't opening for anyone. She was by herself, and she did pretty much from what I believe she did that whole album for most of the tour, or like at least some of it. So I don't know what the tour was then, and if maybe her
Mm.
album came out in the middle of it, but I was just confused because I thought she already toured that album. And maybe now she's just doing a bigger tour, I think. I think she's at bigger venues than she was at before. But I was just a little confused. I love it for her
Yeah.
though. I want to see her.
I
But
want to see her so bad. Oh my gosh, I want to see Joshua Bassett. My sister and I wanted to go, but we both didn't have money and now it says sold out. So
oh,
I'm hoping and praying so hard. So
mm,
we will see.
I there's a lot of things I want to see. We can talk about this another time too. But
Yeah, true.
I have to figure out, I want to see Thomas Rhett, and I have to figure out when I'm going to see him. I think I am going to go to the one in Omaha. But I can't go to that one unless I have a friend because Zeke's not going to be here that weekend.
I'll see what I can do.
Right?
We'll talk later.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, to all you listening, if you're listening, thank you. This was honestly a lot of fun. I like being back here. I like talking to you, and I like recording our conversation so that we have a record.
Me too. It's like, sometimes I'm like, wow, we're so weird for this, but it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, start off that way, and it's still that way. So we love consistency. But yeah, just thank you so much for listening, for sticking with us over this 6-month hiatus. But we're really stoked for the future and excited to be more intentional. But yeah, so make sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts so that more people can find us. And also Spotify and whatever other streaming platforms have rates and reviews. And also make sure to, follow the pod on streaming platforms and also on Instagram at likewise_pod. And then also us, because we have been dropping lots of hints about our secret project, which will come out eventually. So, So fun stuff.
If you want to be in the know, I was going to try and rhyme that with something, but I can't think of anything. So if you want to be in the know, follow us.
Yeah, if you want to be in the know, follow us. Be in the know.
Yeah, if you want to be in the know, be in the know.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. But yeah, that was honestly so fun, and I am stoked about the direction that it's going. And thanks for doing this with me, Sam, another time. Wait, thanks for doing this again. Thanks, Sam.
Oh, thanks to you too, Issa. It was so much fun. And
It's so good.
I'm just so excited.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be so. Anyways, okay. Gosh, it's so late for you. I hope you have a really great rest of your day, rest of your night. Good night sleep.
Thanks. You too. And likewise to you all.
Bye.
Bye.